Let me start with something simple, because this topic affects almost everyone watching right now. If you're on Medicare, or you're about to turn 65, there's a sentence you may have already seen in the news or heard from a friend that probably made your stomach tighten just a little. Part B premiums and deductibles will be higher. Before we go any further, do me a favor. Comment your name and state below. I'd love to see who's watching and benefiting from these videos. I read those comments, and they help me understand who I'm speaking to every single day. Now, when people hear that sentence about higher Part B premiums and deductibles, the first reaction is usually frustration. Sometimes it's confusion. And sometimes it's fear. Because for many retirees, Medicare isn't just another bill. It's the foundation of their healthcare, and healthcare costs already feel like they're constantly creeping up, even when your income isn't. I recently spoke with a woman named Linda. She's 67, retired, and lives on a fixed income. She told me, "I planned carefully. I waited my whole life for retirement. And now every year it feels like something else goes up." That feeling is more common than you might think, and it's exactly why we need to talk about what's really happening with Part B in 2026, what it actually means for your wallet, and how it fits into the bigger Medicare picture. First, let's clear up a big misunderstanding right away. When we talk about Part B premiums and deductibles going up, we are talking about original Medicare. Part B is the outpatient side of Medicare. Doctor visits, specialist appointments, lab work, preventive screenings, medical equipment. All of that falls under Part B. In 2026, the standard Part B monthly premium is higher than it was before. The deductible is higher too. That means before Medicare starts paying its share for most outpatient services, you'll need to meet that deductible, and you'll be paying a higher monthly premium just to have Part B coverage in the first place. Now here's where people get confused. Even if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, you still pay the Part B premium. That's not optional. Medicare Advantage doesn't replace Part B. It wraps around it. So when Part B costs go up, everyone feels it. Whether you're on original Medicare with a supplement, or you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, that Part B premium is still coming out of your Social Security check every month. And for many people, that's the part that hurts the most. Because Social Security increases don't always keep pace with healthcare costs. So when you hear, Part B premiums will be higher, what you're really hearing is that your net monthly income may feel smaller, even if nothing else in your life has changed. Let's talk about why this is happening, because context matters. Medicare costs are influenced by healthcare utilization, inflation, prescription drug spending, and policy changes at the federal level. As the Medicare population grows and people live longer, the system adjusts. That adjustment often shows up as higher premiums and deductibles. But here's the key thing I want you to understand. A higher Part B premium does not automatically mean you will spend more overall on healthcare. And this is where strategy matters more than panic. I've seen retirees immediately assume that higher Part B costs mean Medicare Advantage is suddenly worse, or that original Medicare is suddenly unaffordable. Neither of those conclusions is automatically true. What matters is how your total coverage is structured. Let me give you a real-life scenario. Imagine two people, both paying the higher Part B premium in 2026. One is on original Medicare with a Medigap plan. Their Part B deductible might be higher, but once it's met, their Medigap plan covers most or all of the remaining costs. Their monthly premiums may be predictable, even if they're higher up front. The other person is on a Medicare Advantage plan. They also pay the same Part B premium, but their Advantage plan may have a $0 additional premium. Instead of a large monthly supplement premium, they have copays and an annual maximum out-of-pocket limit. For some people, especially those who don't use healthcare heavily, that structure can still make sense even with higher Part B costs. Now let's talk about something that's especially important in 2026. Dental coverage. This is one of the most talked about benefits in Medicare Advantage, and for good reason. Original Medicare does not include routine dental care. Cleanings, fillings, crowns, dentures, those are generally not covered. In 2026, many Medicare Advantage plans continue to offer dental benefits, but the structure is changing. Some plans are tightening annual dental limits. Others are focusing more on preventive services rather than major procedures. This matters because dental care is healthcare. Poor dental health can affect heart health, diabetes, and overall quality of life. I spoke with a retired truck driver named James. He told me he hadn't been to the dentist in years because it was too expensive. When he switched to a Medicare Advantage plan with dental coverage, he finally got cleanings and x-rays without worrying about the cost. That didn't erase his Part B premium, but it changed how he experienced healthcare. And that's the point. When Part B premiums go up, the conversation shouldn't stop at, Medicare is more expensive. It should continue to, how do I get the most value from what I'm already paying? Another important detail for 2026 is that some Medicare Advantage plans are still offering Part B premium reductions, sometimes called givebacks. Not everyone qualifies, and not every plan offers them, but for the people who do have access, this can help offset the higher Part B premium. It doesn't eliminate it entirely, but even a partial reduction can make a noticeable difference over the course of a year. This is why plan comparison matters more now than ever. A plan that made sense 2 years ago might not be the best fit in 2026. Premiums change. Deductibles change. Benefits change. And your health may change too. One thing I always tell people is this: Medicare is not a set it and forget it program. It's more like a toolkit. And every year, you need to check whether the tools you're using still match the job you need done. Higher Part B deductibles also deserve attention. The deductible is what you pay out of pocket before Medicare starts sharing costs. For someone who sees doctors frequently early in the year, that deductible is usually met quickly. For someone who rarely goes to the doctor, it may never be met at all. That's why blanket statements about Medicare being too expensive are rarely accurate. The experience varies widely. Emotionally, though, higher costs feel personal. They feel like a broken promise. Many retirees were told for decades that Medicare would take care of them. And in many ways, it still does. But it doesn't mean it's free, and it doesn't mean it's immune to rising costs. I want to pause here and say something important. Feeling anxious about Medicare costs does not mean you've failed at planning. It means the system is complex. It means the rules change. And it means you're paying attention, which is exactly what you should be doing. In 2026, with Part B premiums and deductibles higher, the smartest move is not fear. It's understanding. Understanding how your coverage works. Understanding what you actually use. Understanding whether you're paying for benefits you don't need, or missing benefits you do. This is especially true when it comes to extras like dental, vision, and hearing. Medicare Advantage plans often bundle these benefits, but not all plans are equal. Some dental benefits look generous on paper but have low annual caps. Others focus more on preventive care, which may be exactly what you need. At the same time, original Medicare paired with a standalone dental plan might still make sense for some people. There is no single right answer, and anyone who tells you there is probably isn't telling the whole story. As we move further into 2026, expect more headlines about Medicare costs. Some will be accurate. Some will be exaggerated. And some will be designed to scare you. Your job, and my job here, is to slow things down and look at the full picture. Yes, Part B premiums and deductibles are higher. That's real. But higher does not automatically mean unmanageable. It means you need to be informed. It means you need to review your coverage. And it means you need to understand where your money is actually going. If you're on Medicare Advantage, look closely at your plan's out-of-pocket maximum, dental benefits, and network. If you're on Original Medicare, review your Medigap and drug coverage. And no matter which path you're on, remember that Medicare decisions are not just financial. They're about peace of mind. I've seen people sleep better at night simply because they finally understood their coverage. Not because it got cheaper overnight, but because the uncertainty disappeared. Knowledge has a way of doing that. So if you take one thing away from today's video, let it be this. Higher Part B costs in 2026 are a signal, not a sentence. A signal to pay attention. A signal to review your options. And a signal that the right Medicare setup is the one that fits your life, not someone else's. And again, comment your name and state below. I truly want to know who's here, who's learning, and who's trying to make sense of Medicare just like you. You're not alone in this, and these conversations matter more than ever. If this helped clarify things even a little, you're already moving in the right direction.